Welcome back to Dual Realm Book Review Podcast YouTube channel. We are going to be reviewing Curious Tides today, and we are going to keep it spoiler free because I know this is a relatively new release and most people haven't gotten around to reading it yet. So, Curious Tides. So, what did we think, Andy?
I rated it overall 4.5 stars. I love the characters; they were good. I wanted to yell at Emery for a lot of the book, but it definitely makes you
At Emery.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was my overall. What was your overall feeling?
It makes me I really liked it. I did give it 5 stars, but I probably agree with you more. It was probably more like a 4.5. Just from the pacing standpoint, I think it did get a little clunky, slow, kind of in the middle going. So I can kind of see where people come from on that perspective, because there are some people who complain about being boring. I didn't really think it was boring overall. I think it was some of the reveal was a little slow as to where they were going, like what was happening there in the middle. It kind of got a little muddled up, and then all the reveals started happening, and you're like, oh, okay, like now I understand where this was going.
Now I understand.
But it just got, it almost felt like the wheels were falling off somewhere in the middle, and you're like, how are we going to end up at our destination? But we did eventually end up where we were going.
In the dark for a good bit in the middle, like very in the dark. You're like, I know something's happening and I don't know what's going on. And if that's a real big problem for you, it might not be the book for you. But yes, it's like bad things kept happening, and
it might not be.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How are we going to get out of this?
Yes.
Yeah. No, but I agree with you. I think the characters are well-rounded. I think they are well developed. Yes, you will kind of want to murder the main character sometimes, but I think a lot of it comes from the fact that she's 20 something, 21, 22, I think.
Yeah.
When this
I'm like, I have
in the book. And she's
just lost her best friend.
What were you doing at 20 something? You probably would have made stupid decisions too. Yeah, especially after losing your best friend, especially thinking it's your fault and all this stuff. Which all that is revealed in the first chapter. So
as like a trigger,
that's a spoiler.
She does deal with a lot of like heavy mental health, like a lot of guilt and a lot of nightmare type things in this book.
Well, I think that speaks to the magic system too a little bit. I think she experiences some of those because of the magic system. Which I think, speaking of the magic system, I think it was very well thought out, very detailed, very in-depth. I like that she took the time to make a chart in the beginning of the book to kind of explain all of those things and the nuances of the magic system, or kind of like break it down in a chart style for us.
Yes, and especially to refer back to, because I kept forgetting who was in what house.
I don't.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, what they were. But I thought it was interesting that she kind of connected them to the different moon phases, and each, depending on your, it kind of reminded me a little bit of astrology, where if you're a Sagittarius, you're you have this kind of magical power, but it's really it's just the phase of the moon that you were born in, not necessarily the month, whatever. So I thought that was really interesting.
It was. I really like the magic system and the world.
I don't want to say too much else. Just
yes, because then it's a spoiler. But yes,
I like the secret society, cool. Dark academia, like goth vibes.
Yes, it was really cool. I love. It was really
cool. Into any of the like I said, secret societies, dark academia, that kind of stuff, it's probably for you.
Yes. I was reading it and I was like, yeah, it is very similar. If you like Atlas 6 or Ninth House or even a little bit Legendborn without the urban fantasy piece because it's not set in our world, but still in a college town.
I also thought it was very reminiscent of like Harry Potter too, with the houses and like the different houses and their common rooms, and how she goes into depth about each common room and how they're set up based on the powers that the kids have from that moon phase. So it kind of just reminded me of like, oh, Hufflepuff, or you're a
and they spend a lot of
time,
a lot of time in the library.
Yes, they spend a lot of time in the library. They spend a lot of time in their common rooms, and I think it's kind of funny too how in this very reminiscent of Harry Potter too is where the houses are like not in competition with each other, but you can definitely tell like, oh, I'm new moon, or oh, I'm full moon, or I'm what's the other one?
Waning
the
moon,
crescent moon, or whatever, the eclipse house and all that stuff, and waning moon. Yeah. So I thought that was kind of funny too, that they had like their little house competitions and whatnot.
Yeah, they were kind of still friends with people from other houses, but definitely preferred their own.
Yeah. Their house. Yeah. And I liked how they had like their little group, their little found family. So but yeah. I was not expecting the ending because I was kind of hoping for a different one.
Oh yeah.
But
the love triangle, yeah, when you pick one and then you're wrong at the end. Yeah.
Well.
Yes. I'm
I think that pretty much wraps up our
on the wrong
I think that
side
pretty
of the
much wraps
triangle.
up our discussion review. Yeah, I'm always cheering for the wrong one. Any other words? Anything else to add?
No, but yeah, give yourself time at the end.
The next one.
I am looking forward to the next one. I cannot wait to see where they go. I don't want to say anything because spoilers, but I can't wait to see where they go from here.
Yeah,
because it definitely leaves you off on a I can't wait to read the next book kind of feeling.
Yeah, I know, because I feel like we are just getting started. So let's see. So she does have a novella that's out.
That I think is prequel.
And then Drowned Gods, the second book in the series is called Stranger Skies. Yes, the novella is a prequel. But the Stranger Skies
does that have a release date yet?
Number 2.
Yeah, I was looking at it this morning.
November 5th.
November 5th this year.
So
not horribly long. Although, I think.
No,
I hate when books get pushed back. I know that's probably for a good reason, but because I definitely.
Well, hopefully this one doesn't, but we shall see.
Yes, because I have a lot of sequels I'm waiting on.
Yeah, I hate that. But anyway, like and subscribe to our YouTube channels if you like our reviews, and those are our thoughts on Curious Tides. Hope you guys
look for our post 2 coming up on what we'll be reading in the future in case you want to read along.
Yep. All right. Have a good day, guys.